Greetings. I am Kenaya Williams, a sophomore biology major from Savannah, Georgia, and my informative speech topic is on should screen time be limited for young children? Screen time should be limited for young children. Children can have it as long as it is monitored and in a certain time frame. Children under the age of 2 should not have screen time because they are simply way too young and they have adults and human beings to play with and take up all of their time. It doesn't take much to entertain a child, especially a baby. So, as long as we give them little activities and toys and teach them different cognitive and motor skills, they should definitely have enough to entertain them. Some of the things that children watch are not educational, but rather used as a distraction. We learned this a lot during COVID-19 when people were staying in the house as long and parents were getting kind of frustrated with the children because they were with them all day, every day, 24/7 because we had restrictions and we couldn't go out like that. So it's always easier to give your child an iPad as soon as they start to fuss. So you're in a restaurant, you're out in a public setting, and you're trying to do something important, and your child is just not acting how you want them to, or you want your child to be quiet in a certain setting. You're gonna give them something electronic to easily distract them, like your phone or again a tablet or anything, just so that they just act the way that you need them to act. By watching too much TV, they can develop an inappropriate relationship with junk food as well. Because when your child is just sitting there watching TV, they're going to want a snack because they're going to be hungry and they're just going to be watching TV. And you're going to constantly give them what they need so that they just relax and watch TV. Because then if you don't give them what they need, then they're going to start whining and throwing tantrums. And if they're just sitting and watching TV all day, then they're going to be eating all day as well. By watching too much TV, they can also develop a inappropriate relationship with sleep loss, and this can lead to them being fatigued with the addition of an unhealthy junk food eating habit. If you're staying up watching TV all day, every day, and all night, you're not going to get the proper sleep. So when the child gets to school, they're going to be tired in class, they're not going to be able to perform at the best of their abilities, and the teacher is sometimes not going to be understanding to that as well either. Apps like YouTube employ algorithms to engage users, potentially leading children to focus on a specific and potentially unhealthy subject matter, like content related to dieting or harmful pranks that could potentially either result in death or somebody in the hospital, and that they make it seem okay to children, but it's actually not funny and things that should not be done in reality. In contrast to the structured schedules of traditional TV and movies, where viewers could only watch their favorite shows at designated times or even on on-demand services where binge watching is possible, but the content is curated and personally produced. YouTube allows anyone to post content, so therefore, if the parental guidance is not on or the video is not made for children, your child could potentially see that, and it could be inappropriate things that your child is viewing, which I'm pretty sure most parents do not want that. Inappropriate music, videos, games with a lot of death and killing, then your child is going to start doing that as well. Cursing, being disobedient. Would you want your child viewing that? No. YouTube allows anyone to post content lacking the same level of quality control. Lastly, behavior problems that can affect your child is because that they can see the stuff that other people do. So if your child is watching a family channel and that child is not being disciplined by the parent and telling the parent no, acting out, throwing tantrums, treating their other siblings mean, not sharing toys, and throwing stuff at people, your child is going to eventually start doing that as well, because children pick up on behaviors of other people around them. And it's sad, but it does happen. The effects of too much screen time are very detrimental on children, and watching electronics is okay, but as long as it is monitored once again, and they can have screen time, just make it limited and put parental guidance on certain things. The American Academy of Pediatrics, which once advised limiting screen time to less than 2 hours for children ages 5 and older. has shifted its approach. So, recognizing the prevalence of children exceeding this lack and acknowledging that not all screen time is equivalent, the Academy no longer provides specific hour recommendations, but you do what your child needs. Instead, they advocate for developing a customized plan so that way you do is beneficial for your child. If your child can only do 2 hours a day, then only do 2 hours a day and spend the rest of the day going outside, reading books, going on picnics, going on walks, finding other ways to entertain them instead. Thank you.